I really struggled with shame. So I would do something wrong, you make a mistake, or get angry and not handle it too well. And then the shame would become debilitating for me. And I would isolate, or, I would pull back from people I was in relationship with because I didn't know how to cope with that shame. I hadn't been responded to with empathy growing up, so I didn't know how to respond to myself with empathy. I was very critical and harsh, and there was a lot of really, really harsh talk from myself to myself whenever I made a mistake. And I've been doing various kinds of therapy and self-help for 10 years, and one of the things that I still was struggling with was isolation. Anytime I felt guilty or made a mistake, I would isolate and really not communicate with people. And I had tried everything to get past that. I mean, everything, pretty much. And nothing was even really making a dent in it. I hadn't had any significant change in my response in that way for 10 years. And as you can imagine, that might get a little frustrating for your friends and family. And I was frustrated with myself. And so after going through the BFF program and learning self-empathy and really sort of getting it down enough that I could start applying it to myself, that started to shift. And the difference for me was I had always responded to myself before with a critical voice. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing this. You've gotten it wrong again. And nothing of that way would ever shift me into acting differently. And it wasn't until Zaria said, what if you didn't make yourself wrong for isolating, that something started to shift, because I was like, wait, I mean, I could actually be kind to myself and, make a mistake and still accept myself. And learning the tools how to do that, learning the words to use that I had never heard before, allowed me to accept myself and accept why I was isolating and respond gently to meet that need, which then allowed me to move out of that and into actually interacting with people the way I've always wanted to.
When I came in to the challenge, I'm sure the people that watched your videos earlier in the week will remember you talking about proactive, constructive versus proactive, destructive, being a continuum of how you treat people. And when I came into the challenge, I was proactively destructive to myself. Why can't you just get your shit together? Why do you fuck this up? Why can't you just get it together? Come on. It isn't that hard. I mean, I was downright abusive to myself. And self-empathy, just hearing that it was a thing. I don't think that I knew that it was a thing, because when love was given to me, the most love that I received in childhood was received with criticism. It was packaged together. And so I didn't even know really what healthy love looked like. And suddenly I was in this group where people said nice things to me, and there wasn't a criticism following it. And I was very confused initially. But several of us have talked about, after some time, that inner voice starts to change a little. The sound of that inner voice becomes kinder. And so at this point, I would say that on the scale of proactive destructive to proactive constructive, I'm probably right square in the middle. Not where I'd like to be, but I'm not hurting myself anymore. And that's huge. I mean, I'm 40 years old. I don't look it, I know, but I'm 40 years old. And so for 39 years of my life, I actively abused myself. So to even get just to a neutral point is a huge change.